and gentlemen, you have now entered the precipice of greatness. Welcome to Live from the Bench with JQ.
You sure look like a master to me.
And Boulevard.
I want to hear about this, homie.
So forget about it, cuz.
Round 1, fight.
I said, forget about it, cuz.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of Live from the Bench. It is IGQ, and I'm here with Boulevard, and we about to give you some good content. Are you ready for it?
Duval.
Are we getting ready? Well, we just saw the Thursday night game. I didn't watch it. I'm going to admit that I did not watch it. It wasn't that interesting to me.
It was an upset, I guess, by some people's standards.
Yeah.
I watched a bit of it.
Texans, Bills. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I got to see Josh Allen throw that pick.
I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep on all the night games.
Yeah. Well, Anderson was giving Bull a run, and I love to see it. But we getting ready for another what's this, week 12 now? I think it is week 12.
That's what it is.
So now everything
into it. Like we are damn near in December now, and you know that's when the Cowboys start falling apart.
Yeah.
For us.
And we got the Cowboys this week. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about the Eagles because we're gonna put them to the side, Put them to the side. And we're gonna discuss a little bit, just some fun little topics here and there. So Boulevard, you gave me a question. You posed a question for me earlier.
I did.
And
I do that to people.
You asked me, who does, considering the way Josh Allen's performance has been and Justin Herbert's performance was week 11, you asked me, who does the media have more excuses for when it comes to those two? And I really had to think about it. So I thought about it, and I realized I'm going to say Josh Allen. And the reason why I say Josh Allen is because if nobody mentions Justin Herbert, I will forget that Justin Herbert is even the quarterback of the Chargers. Like he's just a guy that I just completely forget about.
I will say that's probably just because of the Chargers in general.
Huh?
It's really easy to forget that the Chargers exist because of the West Coast bias that's inherent in us. Where we are. Yeah. It's easy to forget about West Coast teams.
Yeah.
But, anyway, yeah. So, what was your go on?
But I'm going to go ahead and say, there's way more excuses for Josh Allen. And
you could have taken your time to get to it. I mean, ain't nothing but time and opportunity here. Drag that shit out, yeah.
Right. But I think it's Josh Allen because, for one, everybody knows that the Chargers, they're just forgettable. They're just a really forgettable team. And I feel like they're trying to push somebody, and Josh Allen is just their new Tom Brady, but he's not. Like, they're trying to put somebody to be the face, and it's not the Chiefs anymore. The Chiefs are effectively irrelevant. I mean, like, they're just not who they're supposed to be. They're not who we thought they were. If Romeo Crennel was here, he'd tell you exactly how we felt. They aren't who we thought they were.
Kenny Green.
It was Kenny Green. Denny Green.
Kenny Green.
My bad. Fuck is Romeo Crennel?
Romeo Crennel was the Patriots coach at the beginning of their dynasty.
It was Denny Green.
He was the VC for Belichick. Oh, dude, him and Charlie Weiss was on the other. This is way back.
Yeah, I remember now. I remember.
In high school, way back.
It was Denny Green. I remember. My bad, everybody.
Denny Green was. I can't remember who the hell they played, but the other team jumped out to like a 21-point lead or something along those lines. It was a night game, Monday night game.
Yeah.
Was he the quarterback? It's not as clear as you think on that one.
I feel like he was the coach he was coaching the Cardinals at the time.
Yeah, it was the Cardinals.
And I forget who they were
And at
playing.
one
They
point,
were
it
who
was
we
the
thought they were.
Vikings coach.
And they let him off the hook. But
So
yeah,
if you want to crown, you
but
don't want to crown their ass.
yeah.
It's a classic quote. Yeah.
So I feel like they're trying to crown somebody as the guy, and it's no longer the Chiefs. You can't crown them, and they refuse to crown the Eagles. They're not going to crown the Eagles. They're not going to crown Jalen Hurts, even though it's about time you crown the Eagles. But we're going to get back into that. So they want to push Josh Allen. He's the guy they want to push because he's he's been productive enough to where he keeps the Bills, the Bills relevant. So they want to throw him up there. Except for like you won't crown the guy who's led a team to the Super Bowl so many times in the past 3 seasons. Y'all just don't want to give him the credit. So they want to give it to Josh Allen, who hasn't seen the Super Bowl yet. They want to crown him. So that's their mentality. So they make excuses for why they want to push him, why they want to put him out there. Josh Allen, and this is my thing, and people are like, oh, well, Jalen Hurts can't throw. Jalen Hurts can't throw. Listen, bro, y'all can say that all you want, but he's not doing what Jalen Hurts is doing. Like, he's not Jalen. Josh Allen is not getting anybody anywhere. And y'all want to say, well, Jalen Hurts got all those weapons. He wins in spite of them. He wins in spite of not his weapons not doing anything. So you can't use him having all those weapons as an excuse. Saquon Barkley not doing anything. Like you have all the excuses for Josh Allen for not doing what you say Josh Allen is supposed to do, but then you look at guys like Jalen Hurts and you don't have any. You just there's evidence that he is solid enough, but you don't want to give him any excuses. You just want to throw him under the bus. So yeah, Josh Allen, you're gonna give him. They're gonna give any type of excuse to try to crown him the king of the NFL because it's just the agenda that people want to see. They don't want to see Philadelphia tied to anything. They just hate Philadelphia Eagles. Like the Eagles are hands down the most hated team right now.
All
And
right, let me put it this way: when it comes to corporate America, since you keep throwing Jalen in there, which one is actually more marketable? Marketable. I know I'm using the quotes again. Would it be Jalen Hurts? Would it be Justin Herbert? Or would it be Josh Allen? Because you don't see one of these people winning. I mean, doing commercials that often, and that's despite the fact that they were Super Bowl MVP. If I'm not mistaken.
mhm,
Usually, that just opens up a whole new world to a player once the Super Bowl MVP. But the same thing didn't happen. And you go back to the next season, and it kind of seems like there's an agenda to not push this guy, to hold this guy down despite his success, and to promote these players in spite of their lack of success. Like, I mean, you've been to two Super Bowls in your career, and the other two, what were we talking about again?
Justin Herbert and
Herbert and
Josh
Josh
Allen,
Jones. Yeah, they've seen what, none.
none
So these guys have
combined.
been. They look for all sorts of reasons to say he's not a successful quarterback. I mean, in spite of the fact that he probably has more wins than both of those quarterbacks.
He does.
So
He does.
but maybe his stats aren't as pretty, but the scoreboard says what the scoreboard says. The record says
Okay.
what the record says. And in the end, that's the thing that really matters. It's like,
And,
okay, so he didn't throw for 3,000 yards and 35 touchdowns. And he
mhm.
threw for, I don't know, I'm just throwing out example. I don't remember exactly. Let's say 2,421 touchdowns, and he got 11 more on the ground. I don't remember this, what happened. I'm just putting numbers out there. Like, for fuck's sake, the dude's been successful at what he's done.
Right.
Has he been a little cautious with his throws? Absolutely. And that's kind of been a problem. That's kind of a source of a problem, really. One of the many reasons that the issues they have are the issues they have. But
Right.
you
Well,
still get the job done. You can't. I mean, you want to throw out that okay, so this guy, this GM did his job, and you hold that against the player. So does that mean that these other GMs aren't doing their jobs? Does that mean that these teams should get different GMs because that's the issue that the measuring stick. Like he has more talent around him. That's a dumb criticism.
Right. It
Right.
really
So,
is.
so he's given a better opportunity to win, and you're like, oh, that's a deduction because he's in a better opportunity to win because they have smarter people around. That's on the GM. That ain't on the quarterback. That's on the GM of said teams that you're talking about. Like you
Yeah.
can't get enough talent around Justin Herbert. You can't get enough talent around Josh Allen. There's reasons for that. I mean, one reason is probably California, Texas. One reason is probably Buffalo's cold as hell and racist. So these are facts.
Exactly.
You know, what I'm trying to like they want to put that on the quarterback. Like it's bigger than that. If players don't want to play in certain places, it ain't because of the quarterback necessarily. I mean, sometimes it is. I mean, I don't see players lining up to play in certain places like Jacksonville, not
Hmm.
necessarily Tampa Bay either, for that matter. These teams don't really pick up free agents. Cold places don't really do great in free agency. Just the way it is. High tax places either. It's just the way it is.
Right.
But I feel like I got off the point there because
No.
like it's stupid because you can see it every week the way like for example Collinsworth. Wow. I don't know what popped up there, but for example Collinsworth, the way he kisses the ass of Herbert, the way he kisses the ass of Allen, the way he kisses the ass of Burrow, the way he criticizes Hurts, the
Hmm.
way the other dude, what's his name, Sims, criticizes Hurts and kisses these quarterbacks' ass. It's clear that there is a whole posturing that's supposed to paint Jalen Hurts as inferior, in spite of the fact that he wins. Like Super Bowl MVP should be getting commercials. He's not getting commercials. Do you see Jalen Hurts commercials? You're in the area. Do you see them?
No.
That boggles me. I see a Saquon commercial or two, but I don't see too many Jalen Hurts commercials. Go figure.
But that kind of that's like this is like a perfect segue into my next topic. The question was asked to me: who is the problem in Philadelphia? Is it AJ or is it Jalen? And if I'm me personally, I believe that neither one of them are the problem. I feel like there is a lot going on that it's easier to put the blame on AJ. Yes, AJ is being very immature with the comments and things of that nature, but I
He's
feel
very
like the
childish.
yeah, very yeah, he displays very childish behaviors. However, in in regards to putting the blame on anybody, I'm not. I'm still going to be all in on saying that this is 100% Kevin Patullo.
Hmm.
It's not AJ Brown. He's not the problem if the offense is not succeeding. He's not the problem. Jalen Hurts is obviously not the problem because the guy is 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. No,
Yeah,
is it one?
no, something like that.
Yeah,
But
he's been highly efficient all year. Again,
you don't feel like his personality kind of rubs people the wrong way a little bit.
so I'll say this: his Jalen Hurts may be very annoying. Jalen Hurts may be very passive. And here's another thing about Jalen Hurts. People don't like that Jalen Hurts is the way he is. And one of the reasons why is because Jalen Hurts doesn't care if he throws 3 for 5 for 30 yards if they win. Jalen Hurts does not care. Jalen Hurts, and it goes back to something he said a few years ago or a year ago. Keep the main thing. And at the end of the day, the main thing is winning. That's all Jalen Hurts cares about. He does not care if you don't get your stats. He don't care if you don't get the stats. He don't care if you don't get the stats.
You don't care if he don't get the
He
stats.
don't
Yeah,
care if he doesn't get the stats. As long as at the end of the day, everybody is going to be like, we won. Because if Jalen Hurts goes out there, throws 500 yards, 7 touchdowns, and they still lose, they're going to be looking like, oh, Jalen Hurts went out there and all he cared about was his stats and they lost. I bet.
But
I bet
no,
if
it's like
Josh Allen.
what people are expecting are closer to which game was that? It was a couple weeks back. Which one was it? Where he was just lights out in the game.
Mhm. Yeah,
Was that the shit? Which one was that? Was that the Giants game?
it might have been the Giants game.
Where he
Yeah,
actually just went off?
yeah.
Yeah, that's about what we're expecting. We know he's capable of it.
He's
I mean,
definitely
his
capable
numbers
of it.
weren't through the roof or anything. He threw for
NFC
179 and
Championship
4
game
touchdowns.
went off.
Yeah, we
Super
know what
Bowl.
he's capable of. That's all fans want to see. It's
He
just
showed it.
his best. Yeah, we want to. We don't need 4 touchdowns every week, but just
But that's just the thing. Like Jalen
just
Hurts
just
is
give
not
us a
out.
game to shut people up. Like put it that way.
But here's my thing though. Here's my thing. Why do we want him to give us that game? Why does
Because
he
we're
need to do that?
putting too much hope on the defense to hold these teams down. I mean, let's look at last. You know how many they scored 26 points in the last 2 weeks, but the defense gave up 7 points and 9 points. If they were playing any like if the defense slacked off, we would have
Yeah.
lost both of those games.
But
That's the thing.
again,
We can't rely on one side of the ball to save us,
and I
especially
100% agree. I
offense.
100% agree.
It's
But this is why
talented as it is. Otherwise, we're just Cleveland.
well, okay, but I agree with you. I agree with you. However, I would love to see the offense really go the hell off. I would love to see that. However, I cannot put Jalen Hurts' attitude. I can't put Jalen Hurts' attitude right here. Like you. This is like, let's say we're on trial. We got to figure out who's the culprit. Put Jalen Hurts, his attitude, AJ Brown's attitude. You put these two up trial and say which one of these guys is the problem with the offense, and the case is going to get thrown out
I mean,
because
one
their
guy's
behaviors.
overlooking receivers because he's scared to make the big throws, to take the chances because
But I
he's
don't think
confident.
that's the
And you
case.
got one guy that's taking plays off, not putting in full effort. So,
Well,
by just about that center, they're both a problem. I
but then
mean,
again, but here's my thing though. That wasn't the case last season.
yeah.
So what changed? And that's where you got to go when you really start digging into it. What changed from this season to last season? From last season to this season?
Steen and the OC.
The OC. And that's where I got to go. It's 100%
Yeah.
Kevin Patullo because if Jalen Hurts doesn't feel comfortable enough to make certain throws, that's a coaching error
Mm-hmm.
because he wasn't having that problem last season. He felt comfortable making throws. He was throwing the inside ball, the way everybody is saying that Jalen Hurts doesn't like to throw the ball across the middle. He's not getting those throws. Where AJ Brown was really successful, they're not getting those throws. They're not giving AJ Brown that spot. Like AJ Brown was doing when he gets those passes in the middle, he gets those short throws and he catches. What I noticed is the Eagles are this. What was it? The 2 or 3 when it comes to the most hitch routes.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 receivers that take the top off. Why the hell are we running? Why are we running so many hitches? Why are we running so many copy and paste plays? There can't be an issue with the quarterback and receiver. You can't put that all on them. Maybe they are part of the problem, but I feel like we have to, and we are pointing at Kevin Patullo. But I feel like this is really shitty because Jalen Hurts being efficient, not wanting to take too many risks. Because I'm telling you, if he starts taking those risks and he starts throwing 7 interceptions, they're going to crucify him. We're going to crucify him because he's not being efficient, because he's not taking those chances. They're going to crucify him because he's just throwing the ball. He's taking too many risks. Oh, why did he throw that ball to AJ Brown? He shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have tried to take the top off. He got it picked off. Like we can't say we want him to do this, and then when he does do it, and like somebody like the play call is fucked up, or the route combinations are so fucked up that you can't do anything. Like I was watching the game and I'm like, why are we running so many? Why are they running so many hitch routes? And then you're not running anything behind those hitch routes to break it out. For example, if you're going to run AJ with a hitch route, then freaking have Jahan Dotson run like a skinny corner out behind that route because then that corner is going to have to pick and choose whether or not he's going to take the Jahan route or take the AJ route. But they're not doing that. I don't think Patula knows what the hell he's doing. I mean, it's evident. Everybody already knows that.
We know this. Yeah.
But but we can't put that all on them because and it's something I've been really working on is like trying to figure out if you're gonna run a hitch route, run something behind that hitch route because you got, like if you're just running that hitch route and there's nothing, they're good. That corner is just going to be able to lock in on that hitch route. You're not going to get a completion. Why is it that all of AJ Brown's throws catches are within in that 10 yards? All of his catches, like a majority of them for the most part, are inside inside the sticks. That's a problem.
I feel like we're on the same path. It's like let that shit fly once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Give us that. I mean, he got it downfield once to Devontae, but that was it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
But like you put that shit up. You're not going to complete every pass. Okay, like take chances.
but
Believe in your team. Like when he's not, it kind of gives off the message and the fact that I personally don't see too much of him interacting with his teammates in game, like his receivers in game. I don't feel like I see enough of that. Like I feel like he if he is communicating with them, he's communicating through the OC, through Patullo to his receivers. And it's like that one game where they were letting that shit fly. That's the best they've looked all season. This is all I'm saying. Let that shit fly. Believe in your receivers. Don't just come out and have the same damn conference every damn week where you're just we do what we had to do. And blah, blah. Like, come on with that shit, man.
but
You're
it could be.
top team in the league. Have some damn.
I agree. He should. I agree.
Up. Like, come on, Jalen. You're the damn.
I agree. He should be.
You're the tempo of the damn team. You're going
personally.
to conferences like this.
Personally,
where the hell is your voice?
I agree.
Just agree. The damn ball, let that shit fly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's your OS. That's your boy that's running the damn offense. He got there because of you, AJ. That's your offense. This is the issue. He needs to take full command of his offense. I'm not saying he takes over play calling, but give that man a lot more flexibility at the line. That's what needs to be done. Let that man have command of his offense.
Well, what was that game there where in the second half where they were like looking like shit? Then the second half, we saw that he was actually doing it, and he started going off. I can't remember which game that was.
That man have his offense,
and I agree.
At that line block.
So, do you remember the game where Devontae was going off? Like he got the deep. He was just catching those deep balls. They were running route combinations where safeties had to choose who they're going to go after.
Yeah.
It's not enough of that going on. It's not enough. And I feel like they have to do that. Like I feel like route combinations really matter when teams are just playing you in zone. They're not running man. And that's one of the things. Like AJ is really good against man. He's not getting a chance. He's not going man because they're doubling him. Because they're not putting anybody over there with him.
Yeah, to take that in that one game, he had a double-digit targets, but he was constantly swarmed.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't get any breakout for the most part.
And that's why they got to run those route combinations. You could take one of those men off of him, because if you got a corner and a safety on AJ, why you run a hitch route? He's not going to get open. You got to let him beat somebody with his speed. Like go back to those routes when he's across the middle. Throw his ass in the slot.
AJ and Devontae on the same side, run some mesh concepts or some shit along those lines.
Yes. Put Jahan over there. Yeah. Jahan is not a slot. Jahan Dotson is not a slot receiver. Now you put Jahan on the outside and let him be a speed demon. Devontae on one side be that speed demon, and then put AJ in the slot and let AJ use his. You line up AJ against a safety or a linebacker, you're going to see problems. You already see Devontae giving corners one-on-one problems. Jahan Dotson can head top somebody. We've seen him do it Put him on the outside. That all of Jahan Dotson's passes, where he would where he basically had those phenomenal ass catches, he was lined up on the outside. If you got that ability, put AJ in the slot. Let
Use
Jahan.
it. Use your weapons.
You
I'd like
should.
to see more. Like I say this every week. A lot more motion.
I want to see a lot more.
A lot of things that make the defense have to reconsider what the hell they're doing, not just see what the hell they're doing
Mhm.
5 seconds before the play takes off. Because that's ridiculous.
I
They have
say Eagles go 11 personnel. Stop this 12 personnel bullshit because Grant Calcaterra ain't it, and they keep putting too much on him. He ain't it. Grant Calcaterra is dog shit. He is dog water. He
yeah,
is
they mostly had him in there blocking.
and he's not that good of a blocker.
No, he's not.
And
That's
like
what they had him last week.
and another thing is they've been running a lot of jumbo formations. The fucking Kellen Moore did that shit. I ain't seen Kellen Moore go jumbo with an extra tight end. I ain't see that shit at all last year.
No, I
And
can't recall. No.
you running two offensive linemen, like you got you running routes with freaking your full offensive line, Grant Calcaterra, Goddard, and then fucking Fred Johnson with one receiver out there. What type of shit is
Not
that?
the offense that's not the way to make that offense successful.
What type of shit is
Right.
that?
That's the easy way to get yourself fired because you're not utilizing the weapons you
There is no point whatsoever where the Eagles starting offense should look like this.
have. Jake Butt.
This is what it should look like. Your receivers, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Dallas
Everybody.
Goddard, Saquon Barkley. Your line. That's it. It shouldn't be at any point where you're not running that. You're fucking leaving it on the field. You're not even leaving it out on the field. You're not even bringing it out there. If I see Grant Calcaterra on the field and you're not running the ball, you got Grant Calcaterra running out for routes. You're fucking doomed to fucking fail because he can't catch. He's not good. He's not talented.
Let me just say for the record, I like Granson,
I do
and I'm
too.
sure he'll come. He comes back cheap too. So I'd
I
definitely
like
say goodbye to
I like
Calcaterra.
Kylen Granson when he was in Indy.
Mm,
I liked him. Grant Calcaterra, calculator, whatever he is,
mm.
don't like him. He can't catch. He's literally one of the worst tight ends and gets so many for the amount of snaps he gets. He's literally the worst tight end when you put his snaps versus production. It's bullshit. He gets way too many targets. Probably more targets than AJ. I'm not going to say he does, but he probably does.
He doesn't. That's not true. But
I mean, he's
yeah,
probably less.
I'm with you though. Continue.
I like use more Jahan. Jahan has talent, and that's the problem for me. Why would Grant Calcaterra ever have more targets? I see Grant Calcaterra more than I see fucking Jahan Dotson. I see Cameron Latu more than I see Jahan Dotson. You acquired this dude. He's a former first round pick. He's not. I'm 100% say Jahan Dotson. Don't waste that man's talent. He may not be as great compared to Devontae or AJ, but don't waste his talent. Because if I ever see Grant Calcaterra lined up in the slot, I'm throwing a fucking tomato at Kevin Patullo if I ever meet him. If the Eagles run the Super Bowl again, I'm going to the parade so I can throw something at fucking Kevin Patullo. Because if I ever see Grant Calcaterra lined up in the slot
Boo splash.
when Jahan Dotson's on the sideline, I'm throwing a tomato at him.
You fucking suck.
So I don't blame AJ or Jalen. I think there's a lot of people to blame. Somebody who should get all the blame in the world, and believe it or not, I'm not going to say Patullo. I'm going to say it's Nick Sirianni because every single one, every single one, every single one. I'm going to say it one more time. Every single one of Nick Sirianni's internal hires for coordinator has been a flop.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one. So he is the problem.
How the hell they go? what was it? Fuck, Steichen, success.
Mm-hmm.
Then what the fuck was that?
Gannon.
The hell was it?
Gannon.
No, offensive.
Offensive Brian Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson.
Flop.
Then it was Kellen Moore,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's this guy. So yeah, you're right. The ones that came from upstairs have brought success. The ones that came from Sirianni failed. Well,
Mm-hmm.
not failed, but there was an obvious drop off in
Yeah.
on the field.
And that was like a big concern for me when I saw that because
Also, following that up, look at who's on running the defense now. Look at the history there.
mm-hmm.
Now that Fangio's there, there's some actual consistency in the defense.
Yeah.
There's this it took a while, but they found their way and they've been rock solid defensively ever since. But minus a few games here and there, they've been a solid defense, especially at full strength.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there was a transition, and they still continue to be, I believe they're in top 10 defense. They definitely look like a top 10 defense, especially the past couple of weeks. Like they're rounding into form. Everybody's getting healthy and so on. Every year there's a problem there's always an issue with something on the Eagles. And let's be real about this Aj-Jalen shit. It's probably forced. It's probably just there for dramatics, just to have a story. But long term short, is AJ getting traded after the season?
Honestly, I want to say no, and it probably won't happen because
I
they'll
mean,
probably
they
want to.
use the money on the other side.
Yeah, they'll probably. I'll say he probably won't get traded if they flip their season. But I feel like if Patullo is still the OC this year, if he's still the OC, if he doesn't get a head coaching job, guess what? He won't. If he's still the OC next year, AJ Brown is gone.
It's crazy. We're hoping for a damn Super Bowl just so that guy could be out somebody else's problem.
Right. But and that's the problem, and that's so fucked up to say because I want him like he's on the list for as a top NFL head coaching candidate, and it's crazy to me because I'm like, what?
Mm.
And
No, he's years away from being ready to be a head coach. He shouldn't have moved up where he moved up, but the fact that he moved up makes him Jalen's boy, and whatever the hell that comes from that.
he should have stayed. And that's why I keep saying, bro, doing shit like that has always been a fail. When the Eagles promoted Carson Welch, a guy who played a significant role in fixing Nelson Aguilar's dropping, and then they moved him to offensive coordinator, and then guess what happened to Nelson Aguilar? He started dropping the ball again because he didn't have his receivers coach. Fucking wrong. Fucked up. Then you take Brian Johnson, who significantly helped Jalen Hurts passing the ball. You moved him to OC. You saw the drop off regression from Jalen Hurts. Stop doing that shit. Because if Jalen Hurts was performing well enough last season, then you decided that, oh, well, Jalen Hurts progressed. You move his position coach up. Guess what? He don't have his position coach anymore. When you change somebody who helped somebody in a position, that's like saying, oh, we're going to give fucking Jeff Stoutland an OC spot. Who's going to be the OC coach? Now, if fucking Jordan Mailata start falling the fuck off, we're going to be like, oh, shit, maybe we shouldn't have fucking moved Stoutland from OC. Like, that's just stupid. You don't do that. Just because somebody's doing good at a coaching position, that's their job. You only bring somebody, you promote somebody because they can bring something to the table so they can be productive. So I feel like if Patullo is still here next year, AJ Brown will request a trade in the offseason because he's not going to want to play here. And I'm going to say this, no receiver is going to want to sign here.
No, not in that offense. No, not the way it looks right now.
No receiver, no
Let it loose.
Huh?
It's too conservative. That's really what it comes down to. It's too damn conservative of an offense. You're not doing enough to mess with the defense. You're giving it away before it's even snapped.
It's copy and paste.
It's twice as difficult.
You only got to study like 3 plays of the Eagles' offense, and you know exactly what they're going to do. That's a problem.
Like there's so much more you can do with the talent you have. That's all I'm saying. And a more experienced coordinator would know how to put the players in position to do that.
If your play sheet is this big,
Patulo's a dud. Jalen Hurts is kind of off-putting, and AJ Brown's annoying.
listen, they always say receivers are divas, so I kind of expect it from AJ Brown. Receivers are divas.
Well, yeah.
I expect
the first
it.
time it happened.
I expect that from him. He's a diva. I get it from receivers that I deal with. Like,
Remember how he got to Philly? Remember why he got traded?
Yeah, he's a diva.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this: if your play sheet looks like this, you're probably gonna have some problems. Now, if you got a big ass poster board like Andy fucking Reid does, then you might have. Then I may be able to be like, okay, there's more to it. But I feel like this is all that Kevin Patullo has. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have an arsenal. He probably came to Nick Sirianni with like 24 plays. I'm like, this is the offense I'm going to run. A whole lot of
no way hell he walked in there with 24 plays.
He walked in and I was like, I'm going to run a bunch of dives. He said, listen, I'm just going to continue exactly what Kellen did. Run the ball a lot, but I'm not going to add any pass plays. I'm just going to keep
looking at more plays than 24 in sixth grade. Yeah,
Bro.
more than 24 damn plays.
I have a playbook right now. If I had to step out of my role, I have more plays. I have a playbook.
Shout out Christian Warriors.
I have a playbook. I'm not running freaking. I'm a big route concept guy. I'm a really big on misdirection. Like if you got, I'm really big on make a defender choose to guard a route. Because if you either got to choose this person or this person. I'm really big on that because it's human nature to get confused when you see somebody running. When you see two people running, like right now, if I'm standing outside and I see two people running as if they're running from something, you're going to pick one of those people to follow, and you're going to follow them. You don't know which one is going in the right direction, but it's human nature to go follow. So if you got a slot receiver and there's two people, let's say you got Devontae and AJ lined up, AJ lined up in the slot, Devontae lined up outside. If they do two crossing patterns and they cross each other, that corner is either going to choose to go here, and then that linebacker or that slot defender is going to choose to go one way or another. Guess what? There can be a possibility that slot receiver and that outside corner is going to choose to go after this person. They might choose to go after the other person and leaving that other person messed up because corners don't always communicate. So it's really big that they got to do better at these concepts where you can misdirect or misinform somebody where they're going to make a decision. To make a cornerback make a decision and let those receivers beat them with their skills because that's not what they're doing here. If you're just running a hitch route, there's nothing over top because that corner doesn't have to worry about making a decision because his decision is made up when he gets in front of A.J. Brown because there's no other threat there. If you're lining up A.J. Brown on one side, don't go that way. Don't throw the ball over there. Throw the ball over there where your passing strength is. That's where you go with the ball because AJ is not beating anybody on a fucking hitch route. He's not beating anybody when he's over there by himself. It's possible, but he's not going to do it because he's running a fucking hitch route. You're not going to do anything on a hitch route. You don't run a fucking hitch route 10 fucking times in a game and expect that shit to fucking work. It's not going to work. They're fucking playing zone. That's why I say I love my flat sevens because if you're gonna run that hitch route, run the corner on the outside. Run the corner route above that. Make that corner choose to back up or take it. Because that's the only way it's gonna work. Stop running them damn hitch routes all the time.
My bad. I didn't know it would repeat or not. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I just thought that shit was worthy. It was worthy of some applause off of that you were cooking there. Let you do your thing. All right. I guess all of that got nowhere because we still don't have a conclusion
Yeah, I'm
to
sorry.
it. We don't have a solid answer. But,
I don't want him to be traded, but it's a strong possibility that AJ will be traded.
yeah, it can almost only end that way. I mean, maybe we can win again and all will be well because winning should cure everything.
Mm-hmm.
If the defense wasn't holding up its end, it would be a lot bigger story.
Yeah.
Put it that way. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with you that Josh Allen's held up, getting more excuses made for him, and Herbert just is the benefit that nobody really knows he exists over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna move on to the next question before we get into the game. And, I mean, it's football relevant, but it's just a little off to the side. Who's the biggest waste of talent you ever saw play?
I don't know if it's necessarily biggest waste of talent, but I think with his skill set and with his size, I think Keely Ringo was the biggest waste of talent. And the reason why I say that, and I'll probably throw Sidney Brown in there as well. Keely Ringo ran a 4.36 for a corner. And then his size, mind you, he ran a 4.36 and and he's bigger than Emmanuel Forbes, who ran the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 40 pounds bigger than Emmanuel Forbes, who ran that time. So I feel like when you have a physical speed advantage like that, you should be a lot better defending receivers because you're probably faster than a lot of receivers. And then you're probably bigger than a lot of the receivers that you're going against. I don't know if he's faced a receiver that was bigger than him. I'm pretty sure he was tall. He's taller than Justin Jefferson, bigger than Justin Jefferson. He's bigger than Jamar Chase. So I feel like if you're being head topped by people like that, he may not be as fast, but you're more physical. So fucking line up and be a fucking beast at the line. That's my problem with fucking Keely Ringo. He's fucking soft. Put your hands on him. Like if you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
play off, back the fuck. You should not be beat deep. You should be hitting people as big as he is. And I don't know if necessarily size is talent, but you have an advantage over almost 75% of the receivers that you're lining up across. You have a size advantage. Get in there and put your hands on him. Jamar Chase is 6'1", 201. Get in there and put your hands on him. Like Justin Jefferson, about 6'1", 188. Put your hands on him. Like you can fucking throw off some of these receivers by putting your hands on them. Y'all so scared of the deep ball. And be fucking physical. Quenya Mitchell, physical. That's why he beats receivers. That's why he stops receivers. He's shut down because he's physical. He fucking puts the fear of God in receivers. Quarterbacks don't want to throw over there because he's physical and receivers aren't going to play through him. They look at Keely Ringo like he a bitch. Like I'm gonna run this little short little curl right or this comeback route because Keely is all the way back there. He's the biggest waste of talent because he's fast and he's big and he plays like a bitch. That's why I say he's my talent, and also Sid Brown. And he's a big waste of talent because he has physicality and he has speed, but he can't do shit with it. I feel like I'm crucifying the Eagles this week, and I'm sorry.
See, my answer, I was going to say Kijana Carter because of injuries, because I just wanted to see him be one of the best ever. I believe, like, I
Oh,
was just at that age. when he was taken off.
Mm-hmm.
But injuries got him. I was going to say him, but then I looked into him and figured out he passed away earlier this year. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna stick over that dude. He don't deserve that. He's just
Oh.
many what could have been.
Well,
Instead, I'm gonna go with. I mean, he had 8 years in the league. He was all right. Injuries got him for the most part. He was not what he could have been. He basically what could have happened to Saquon. Put it that way.
yeah.
Saquon didn't get the hell out of New York, but I ended up going with Ainsworth.
Albert Hainsworth.
He was a
Ooh.
monster, and what could have been had he actually wanted to put the effort in. He was one of those kids where everybody see he could be good if he just went on. I mean, he could be one of the greats, but the effort just never really showed up until that free agency year before he went to free agency, and he just took off and had a hell of a season. Got signed to that big ass contract, and then started slacking again. So to me, he's one of them like more of a waste of talent because he had the opportunity and all of the skill to be that guy, and he just didn't put the effort in. And yeah. I'm sure there's bigger ones I could think of, but in that moment, that's what came to mind.
Oh well.
Because I couldn't use Kijana Carter, so I was like, who else do I feel like wasted their God-given ability and size and speed and skill in football? Albert Ainsworth.
Oh, so I thought you just meant currently. I'm sorry.
I meant whatever the hell you wanted it to be.
I think I was just
I mean,
crucifying Eagles. I'm sorry.
definitely did not have to be specifically an Eagle. No. Could be anybody you just thought had it, had the tools.
John Ross.
Fair enough. No, fast receivers don't necessarily become anything. Like the really fast ones don't. Like if you looked at the top 10
He can do anything.
from the combine,
That's a waste of
quite a
talent,
few of
though.
them, yeah, quite a few of them didn't amount to much.
Yeah,
As
but he's
far as
just a waste of
combine
talent.
40, yeah, I mean it doesn't really correlate as well as you would think it would in football.
No,
Straight line speed.
I just wish I had. If I had the speed, I would be great.
Like I mean, I'm a perfect example. When I was playing football, I had great straight line speed. But you asked me to cut on a dime. No, I could not do that. I didn't have the kind of feet. I got duck feet. But had I stuck to track, I would have been a hell of a runner. But that's not important at all. Point was, yeah, Hainsworth, waste of God-given ability, lazy. So yeah, there you go. So, you got anything else to add to that one before we start the thing
I
that
don't.
really matters, the main event of the evening?
I do not have anything.
All right. How do you think it's going so far?
Uh, what we talking about? I'm sorry.
The episode. How do you think it's going so far?
I think the episode is. This is a very passionate episode. Man.
All right. Uh,
Yeah,
before we go forward, what you watching? Anything new?
I have not been watching anything new, and I've been watching a lot of. I've been kind of been stuck in this Reddit, in the Reddit threads.
No, God, not you too.
Yeah, it's kind
You
of
too.
got me.
Honestly, that's where I got a lot of our shit from.
Yeah, the Reddit threads are kind of getting me. It's like, ugh, because you end up watching one, like you end up looking at one, and then now you're in a rabbit hole because you got to look at the next one. You got to look at the next.
Yeah, that's the internet.
Yeah.
You're going surfing on the internet. But
Let's get into it.
yeah. All right. There used
So,
to be a graphic here.
so before we go into the Dallas Cowboys game, before we talk about the game, there were comments made by Jaden Blue, running back for the Cowboys. He had a problem with Brandon Graham's anti-Cowboys hat that he wore at the Sixers game. He said, and I quote, "This man been in the NFL for so many years and he's still doing childish stuff." he like an uncle to me, or he is old enough to be my uncle. That was his response to Brandon Graham's hat that he wore at the Sixers game. Um, Before I get into what Brandon Graham's response was, I'll say this to Jaden Blue. You're the third running back on the Cowboys. And your running backs are not doing too well. I mean, Javonte Williams is doing enough, but he's not.
Javonte Williams is fifth in yardage.
Fuck him. I don't care. He can be first. He's still a bitch. Fuck him. Jaden Blue, like you're the third running back on the roster, and you're not anywhere closer to taking over that one spot. Shut the fuck up. You're a rookie. You don't get to comment on what a fucking legend like Brandon Graham is doing. Brandon Graham might be a Hall of Famer one day. You be lucky. No. I'm gonna say he's gonna get in. He's gonna get in. Jaden Blue, you're not going anywhere near it. You're not even a starter on your own team. You're not even the fucking backup on your own team. So suck it. But Brandon Graham responded, and Brandon Graham responded not in a way because Jaden Brown said that Brandon Graham was being childish. Brandon Graham's response was, "If you worried about my hat, you are worried about the wrong things. Win something first." That's what he said. A wolf. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the bench baby. It's the bench baby, ladies and gentlemen.
What the heck? Damn. Well, that was you. Okay. I was worried there. I thought somebody was trying to get GQ. Well, I'm going to put it like this. As far as the Cowboys do, I don't know who that is. I was going to be disrespectful about it, but then it's like, he don't know who I am either. But I don't know who that is.
Right.
So I ain't going to hold too much value to that opinion. Because the way that I'm going to know who you are ain't going to be because you're running your mouth off the field. It's
right.
going to be because you do something on the field. I mean, otherwise he hate me. And so I don't know who Jaden Blue is. And unless he goes out there and scores 2 touchdowns against the Eagles, I don't care who Jaden Blue is.
Right.
Like, that's how I feel about that. I mean, to come at a team legend like him, to try to draw attention to yourself, that usually doesn't end well for players, especially when players. I'm going to go delve into the statistics. Okay, you talk, I'll come back.
Well, another player on the Cowboys who's been talking his words is Tyler Booker, the first round pick offensive lineman.
Another rookie?
Yep.
Jesus.
He's calling out Jalen Carter. Last time this team met up, Jalen Carter was ejected because he was also making another. He was approaching Tyler Booker. So Jalen Carter said it's going to be fun to harass Tyler Booker today. I mean, this week.
All right. Tag me back in because I have Jaden Blue stats.
Tag in.
What we're supposed to call stats. He's a running back. He's got 1 catch this season for a whole 5 yards, but that's not the main course here. He's played in, out of 10 games this season, he's played in 4. A whole 4. And in those 4, he's got 65 yards on 22 carries. That's an average of a below NFL average 3.0. So he doesn't get the ball. He's only had 22 carries, and he still managed to fumble it once. Like,
has he scored?
Miles Sanders has more yards than he does. And Miles Sanders was washed last year on fewer carries with a higher average. So he's getting outworked on his last legs by a lame duck. Right. So this is not a person that should be talking because you ain't doing enough to be talking.
Right.
So, in the words of Juvenile, I think, shh, be quiet. Because you're not even going to be on the field. So why are you talking? We're not even going to know where you are. Okay? Just no. That's ridiculous. Like, what does he think he's going to get from this? What does he think is going to be the end result from being the player number 54 talking trash? What does he think he's going to get out of that? Like, dude's like one bad play from practice squad, if not Walmart. Why is he talking trash?
Mm, mm,
Like,
mm.
why is he talking about a hat? Why is he talking about a hat as like a borderline running back, borderline player on his team? Because here's the deal. He shouldn't be worried about the hat. Brandon Graham is correct. He should be worried about being better, getting more carries, earning more field time, more downs, getting working special teams, doing something to get himself on the field more. That's what he should be worried about. That's what he should be focused on. Not worrying about what Brandon Graham's wearing. You ain't even that deep into the damn rivalry. You don't even know what it is. So what the hell are you talking for? You're barely a Cowboy.
Right.
Like you're barely there. 2 years from now, we're gonna be like, who? Remember, dude? No, not really. That's you. That's you. Okay, Blue. Like you're the last person that should be talking trash. You're the last one that
Absolutely.
should be saying anything. You should be in film study. I know everybody else went home. You should be in film study. You should be in a weight room. I know everybody else went home. You should be in a weight room. That's what you should be doing. Okay, that's what you need to be focused on. Don't be in the media. Don't be tweeting. Don't be doing however this got out to people. Keep that shit to yourself. Keep that shit in the locker room. Use that as motivation. Okay? Last thing you need to be doing is yakking, buku yakking. Don't do that. Do it where it matters. Do it on the field. You ain't
Mm-hmm.
earned. You ain't earned mic time. Shut up. Like that's genuinely how I look at that shit. Like you ain't earned shit. You ain't earned the right to be talking. Your opinion has no value. If you've been in one Eagles Cowboys game at the most, and you're talking about them not wearing the hat. You're barely on the roster. Next year you can be on a whole different team. Is it going to matter then? No. So shut up. You're not
Right.
even a Cowboy with that. You don't even fight good yet. Shut up. Talking shit. After one, you've been in one game at the most in the rivalry. Shut up. Legit. All right. So yeah, Eagles game.
So, Eagles games coming up. Um, I feel like this has to be one of those games where the offense has to come out. The defense is going to play their game. Like they're gonna. This is one of those wide receiver groups where I'm like, because one of them is going to get off. Um, but I feel like as long as you put like let George Pickens go against Adoree. Let him go against Adoree. It's fine. It's fine.
Dory hasn't been just
Yeah.
so destructive lately. Last
Yeah.
couple of
So if he's been doing well enough that I'm okay with him guarding Pickens, I wouldn't put him on fucking CD for sure. I'll tell you that.
it'll
That's going to
happen
be
at some points. It's inevitable.
yeah. It's inevitable that they're going to beat him. What's got to be a thing is, and what I'm probably is going to happen is you're going to see a lot of Jalen Carter, Jalen Phillips, Davis and Jalix Hunt and Nolan Smith are going to get in there. That's what they got to do. They got to play aggressive and rush their quarterback. If they're putting Dak on his back leg a lot, you're going to see some progress. You're going to see some changes, and that's what I want to see. As long as the defense is shutting down that Dallas offense, and the Eagles are coming out there doing something, and this has to be a prove it game for Patullo. Patullo's got to open his bag of trips. He needs to open up his playbook. He needs to use all 24 of his plays. And that's what needs to happen.
No,
I'm
he can
pretty sure.
use 48 because he can flip them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go. You can always flip it.
Yeah. There's
So
hope for you yet, KP.
there is. Wow.
There's
There's
not.
hope for that man.
There's not.
So this has to be one of those games where if you lose this game,
Ooh.
if you lose this game, it's over. It's over for Patullo. If you lose this game, this is a game that they can't lose. And the reason why they can't lose is because it kind of exposes Patullo as the guy who loses to a shitty team again.
Well, in the Cowboys' defense, I mean, they're pretty strong at home against the conference. I mean, against the division.
That kind of pretty shitty period. And this is here's my point. Jalen Hurts wins in spite of having so many weapons and those weapons not being as productive. Dak Prescott has his weapons and he's losing.
Mhm.
There's one of those. So I feel like they gotta. This is like real important game for the Cowboys and an important game for the Eagles because the Cowboys have to win everything. Like they can't lose again. They gotta win everything.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, they're behind already. They could feasibly get in, but 10 wins at the most, 10-5-1. That may not get you in.
That may not get them in. That tie put them down.
We'll say this, as I saw this earlier. Dak hasn't lost a home game to a division team in 8 years and is 21-2 at home. 6-1 at home against the Eagles as the starter. As the starter, that's the key. There's been other games where we've
Dak
had
hasn't.
other quarterbacks in.
Oh, okay. You said Dak hasn't lost to the Eagles. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. He's an asshole. He's gonna
Dak
lose.
specifically, not Cooper Rush.
Yeah. A guy who should not have a job in the NFL, which is insane.
There's a lot of those, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. Maybe that's going to be an episode one day. People in the NFL who should not
at
have.
least a 15-minute discussion at some point.
Yeah, players in the NFL who should not have a job.
Yes.
And we should
Maybe
submit
we
it to
do
the NFL.
Reporters and not columnists, like the TV people, they shouldn't either.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should really start looking into the resumes of some of these guys because who the fuck is Colin Coward? He said some dumb shit today. He said some really dumb shit and it pissed me off. It had nothing. He didn't say it wasn't talking about the Eagles, but it just was talking, and I'm just like, "You sound dumb as shit." And I was like, "What are you talking about, dude?"
I don't even watch this shit. I can't even listen to him. Everything he says, I just want to smack him because it's like you don't even like. It's more of a you didn't even play the game ever, like at any level, dude. And if you did, you didn't matter. You was on like middle school flag football or some shit. He wasn't he's just a mouthpiece. I'm not criticizing everybody who didn't play the game. I'm saying like, this dude just physically wasn't up to snuff. He's not even like a film study hog. He doesn't even know that stuff. He's being fed information and speaking about it like his word is like his word is law. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know things to know things. He doesn't have the sources to know things. Nobody gives a shit about Colin Coward.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what. I'll tell you exactly what Coward's doing. He has some analyst who actually knows the game, probably a former player, he probably was like on a scout team NFL, probably walks up and like, hey, here's your notes for today.
No, that's an intern. It's an intern.
So they probably had some experience. They probably a little index card with bullet points detailing it. Because football players aren't that good at when it comes to smart stuff.
You notice he never has, he just has like outlandish takes. He doesn't have any means. Like there's no foundation to anything he says.
Right.
He's just full of.
So I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. I think he just has bullet points, and he has nothing explaining those bullet points. So he just gets really creative with those bullet points. Like he probably has a bullet point that says,
"Oh no, he's doing it again."
Who's that?
All over again.
Wait, what happened?
But you said hitch like 7 times in 16 words earlier. Like, goddamn.
He has those notes.
You say hitch route, and you do this out of the hitch route, and you move right, left, and upside down to the hitch route.
Listen, I'm passionate, okay?
That's all good. That's all
I'm
good.
a real life coach, so the coach comes out, it's kind of hard to turn it off. Yeah, but I feel like he has those bullet points. It's like, hey, listen, this is what happens. All right, he said, so in this bullet point, Drake May dropped back and he tripped.
Drake May dropped back and he tripped.
But that's the bullet point. And he takes that bullet point that Drake May tripped, and he says, Drake May is one of the worst quarterbacks, and he tripped.
One of the fans quarterback trips on the field, and he stepped on it.
and that he just goes on a rant and he's
So here's
basically
another
saying
little
why
how you
Drake
can do it.
May is a bad quarterback because he tripped. And he probably say Tua Tagovailoa
I barely
refuses.
know
He's very
her.
good. He probably thinks Tua is very good because he didn't put on a guardian cap. And the note says Tua doesn't want to wear a guardian cap. And he says Tua is strong. He's confident. He's resilient. No, he's not. He's an idiot. Captain Concussion
You don't like
should not be playing football right now.
it.
I
Probably
refused.
not.
Like
Yeah,
me.
I mean, he doesn't get he hasn't. I mean, he's taken his lumps, but he's survived so far.
But and then
He's
this is
done
what he
good
said. He was
so
talking about Shador, saying that Shador was
Oh,
childish.
yes,
Okay,
yeah. Yeah.
I
Continue.
have never once seen, and I don't know where they're getting this from. I've never seen Shador childish. I've seen him laugh and talk like he's enjoying himself when he's talking to.
You mean like a 20 something, 20
He's
young something?
21, a
Yeah,
21-year-old. He's talking, but he's
like say a
never
21
childish.
year old is immature. That's what the report is.
Yeah, he was saying that
21
he's
year old
immature.
fresh out of college with money.
And what's crazy is like
Immature.
we saw what Shador's stats were. They talked about Tom Brady when he first came in for Drew Bledsoe. It's kind of eerie how similar his numbers were to Shador. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady threw for 45 yards
Hmm.
in his debut.
Okay.
His first game when he came back, when he came in, when Drew Bledsoe got injured, Tom Brady only had 45 yards. But I want to know what y'all got to say about that. Hmm? Hmm?
I don't know that that's anything. I mean, it's a good omen if it's anything. Damn, somebody just
No,
got hurt.
I don't think it's an omen. I'm just saying, y'all can't really say that Shador's say
No,
all these things about Shador,
he gets a full week of reps. He gets a full week of film. He's
and
going
now
to.
we can judge him today. We can judge him this weekend. If
We
he says,
still can't. Like this is still his first start. Like his first official start. His first real start. So
I don't think you can judge anybody
you
when you're in
can't get.
Cleveland, to be honest.
He's
Yeah, I agree.
if he gets reps, like he should get reps, like any quarterback needs reps, then he's going to be a better quarterback, an infinitely better quarterback in 2 years than he is like this Sunday. Like he has no choice but to improve. That's just the way you physically develop. You get better. Your arm gets stronger. All of that shit would just happen over time.
Yeah,
So to say like we can judge him on this one, that's just an in the moment kind of thing, and it really has no load bearing quality. Like it doesn't matter because we really like his career is just starting.
yeah,
Like we
I
always jump
agree.
the gun on rookies like that and
I,
rookie quarterbacks, and like
I agree.
maybe they shouldn't be out there yet.
I
But then we
think
base them and say that they suck, but it's like they're
yeah,
not ready. They're not
and then
physically or mentally ready, either or both.
I agree with that, and I think that Dylan Gabriel and Shador are both given like the shit end of the stick because
Neither
they're
one
in
of them
Cleveland.
should be starting.
Like you bring guys like rookies into Cleveland, and you expect them to do anything in Cleveland. First off, Stefanski's not a good coach. So when you throw Stefanski in there, he's a horrible decision maker. And then you have him in Cleveland, it's a horrible organization.
You know, you're doomed to fail.
It's doomed to fail. That both of those guys are going to have a shit career if they're in Cleveland.
If
None
I
of them
was
are going to
Shador, I'd say send me to Philly, send me to LA to play with the
send me to
Rams.
Vegas. Send them to Vegas.
No, because Vegas is just the same situation.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't
Vegas.
matter who's in charge. Vegas is Vegas. It's not going to be like a Detroit thing where somebody just comes in and changes the culture. Like,
I'll
what are
send
they
them.
going?
I'll
It's not.
what,
It's no. Like
send them
send him
somewhere with
somewhere
something.
where he can
Promising.
sit, where he can learn. That would be the best situation for him. Sure, we want to see what he can do, but don't we want to see what he can do at his best?
I feel like the
Him
best.
and Gabriel. We should stop rushing these quarterbacks. Like these, this is a third round pick and a fifth round pick. Sure, some of us
True.
thought, imagine Shador could be a one. Maybe he could have been a three, but he was a fifth. So this is a third round quarterback and a fifth round quarterback. History says they're not ready first year. History says they're probably not ready second year. They need development. They need time. Neither one should be out there. This isn't good for either of them.
Send one on.
Never mind, you got Cleveland. It's Cleveland, for one. They don't have much to work with offensively because
No.
the pieces are either past their prime or just not up to par. Not when you want a player to do their best with limited reps. No,
Right.
so he's not in a bet. It's not a good situation. They may lose every game from here on out, realistically.
Yeah.
But
Dang,
if I were Shador, I'd be trying to get out of town. I'd be trying to get somewhere where I can sit and I can learn for a couple years.
I would hate
And
to be.
then, show something in preseason and get moved on where I can definitely compete for a starting spot. But not this. It's not him yet.
Who's
It's
his
not
agent?
Gabriel.
That's my
Gabriel
question.
should be following the same path I'm talking about for Dion. But
Yeah.
I don't know if Gabriel's any good or not.
I wonder who his agent is because his agent is doing a horrible job. I would
Who?
have requested Shador's.
Oh, I have no idea. Probably like Lee Steinberg or one of them famous ones. It's probably a famous one.
Because I would have gotten a trade request out years ago.
Years ago, weeks ago, days
No,
ago.
years ago. I would have traded him. I would have requested a trade the second they called his name.
Fair enough.
You
Fair
got 7 quarterbacks. I'm requesting a trade immediately.
Then I mean, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like shit like that. That's how they started the season. This team has been clueless from day one. He's not in a position to succeed. Gabriel's not in a position to succeed. For that matter, the coach is in a position to succeed. No matter how good of his playbook is or his play calling skills are, he's not in the best situation, and it's not completely on him, except for the fact that he was dumb enough to take the Cleveland job.
The worst part about all of this, Junior, and it's why it doesn't even matter if either one of them are good because they're not even QB1. They're not even the real QB1. Their real QB1, their true QB1 is Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
That's the fucked up part.
I forgot he existed.
Yeah, he's not.
Really did.
They're not even like it. It doesn't matter how good either one of them is or how bad they are. What's Deshaun Watson's team?
If Deshaun
That's the
Watson come
fucked
here
up
talking
part.
about I'm healthy, I'm ready to help this team win, and they actually give him the ball.
That's what they already said it.
They're like,
Fucking
yeah,
Haslam
get me out
already
of
said
here.
it.
Get me out of here. Both of
Deshaun
them,
Watson's that
Gabriel
QB of the future.
and get the hell out of here.
And that's the fucked up part about this organization.
Expediency.
They can both be the most confident guys. They can go, this is not your team because they got a guy that they're spending $250 million on or whatever it is that they're paying that man. It's not their team. And that's the fucked up part. It's my boy Donnie. And that's the worst part. Because both of these guys, it doesn't even matter if they're good or bad. It's Deshaun Watson's team. They're going to be sitting behind a fucking predator.
Yeah, my brain went to the other predator, not the Deshaun Watson kind of predator, not the.
And we got way off track.
Kind of predator. Yeah, that's all right though.
But
that's what we do.
Let's just throw in
we're off the bench. We're not.
Let's throw a quick prediction out
from the bench.
Saquon Barkley, because you used to do those over and unders. I think this week, I think Saquon's going to go off against the Cowboys. He's going to go off. If they run outside, off. They running off, going off against this Cowboys defense. I feel like AJ Brown's going to go off against this Cowboys defense. I feel like this is a week Kevin Patullo has to 100% go off because DeRon Bland and Trevon Diggs have not been who we thought they are. They're not who people believe they are. They're not doing very well. Beat the shit out of this defense because if they can't, then we're screwed.
Okay, well, I found some of those that you were talking about, some Week 12 specials. You want to do them now, or you want to do them after we talk some Eagles?
We can do them now because I pretty much think we're going to end up going off the rails again. So,
all right. Well, these are from DraftKings. I doubt they'll say, "Oh yeah, look at those guys. They support us. Let's see most expensive."
DraftKings.
Anyway, DraftKings, yeah, plus 175. Rico Dotto and Saquon Barkley and Quinshawn Judkins to combine for 250 rushing yards. Ooh, other games.
Hell no.
No, you don't think they
No.
can get 250 combined?
No. Who do the
Okay.
Panthers play?
Hell if I know. Let me see.
The Panthers.
Panthers. Panthers play.
The 49ers. Nope.
Okay.
60 yards for Rico
No.
Dotto. Who's the other guy?
Um,
Judkins.
Saquon and Quinshawn. Yep, Judkins.
Judkins. They're playing the Raiders. Nah, he ain't going to do much. Not unless they got him in a Wildcat. They've been running too much Wildcat with him in it. I feel like they should just do that forever.
I believe this is the game Saquon breaks out.
I do.
This is
He's
it.
gotta
That's
have-
my predictions for this one.
He's got to have
yeah,
one.
Yeah,
Got to have one.
I'd say take it. I mean, you know, the Eagles are always just one injury away from just collapsing on defense.
Listen.
Yeah.
I feel like Saquon's going to get 210 yards, and they still won't get the combined 250.
Jesus. So Rico Dotto, he ain't got no hope in you. And Quinshawn Judkins, you're in Cleveland. So
Exactly.
Right. Sam Darnold and Jordan Love and Matthew Stafford to combine for 800 passing yards.
Yes.
So is that basically 260 apiece?
Yeah.
No, 285, 290. Yeah, somewhere. Okay.
Insane. I will go over that. I'll go away on it. One of them going to throw for 300. One of them going. They all going to throw at least 250. But one of them going.
Well, if you play fantasy football, you're gonna be happy with that. I'm gonna say no.
No.
Why am I saying no? I don't know. I'm just gonna say no to be anti on this one because I wouldn't take the chance. That's a plus 190 though. So you get it. Hey, that's a come up. That's a minor come up.
I'm gonna take the over every single time because give me my money.
I won a poll earlier this year, like a football pool. It was nice. Made a couple. Made some change.
In the off season, I'm gonna study. I'm gonna figure out how to gamble.
If I could gamble, if it were legal here, I'd be gambling already.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
can do like Calvin Ridley did and give me a phone, and I'll do it from here.
No. No.
You can just call me and tell me what.
I don't want to get suspended.
Damn, you're right.
More likely this week, plus 230. Jahmyr Gibbs to have a plus 25 rush, plus 25 yard rush, or Christian McCaffrey to have a 25 plus yard rush.
McCaffrey, yes. Let's see. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's a fucking beast. Yes, they're playing the Giants. Hell yes. I feel like that's going to be their first touchdown.
I'm sure there's an anytime CD out there for Jahmyr Gibbs. So, I mean, take it if it's out there. Of course you take that one. The Christian McCaffrey 25 yard rush. Yeah, he's been pretty solid this season. He's kind of back. He's healthy enough. He looks good out there when he's out there.
I'm so excited for this video to be demonetized.
Why?
Because of the video you playing in the background.
No.
They're going to like the shit out of this video.
Jared Goff or Matthew Stafford to throw 4 more TDs.
Yes.
Okay, that's plus 250. Jahmyr Gibbs or Christian McCaffrey to both score a rushing and a receiving touchdown.
No,
definitely no. One of them maybe gets both, but to say both of them, nah. That's too much chance. Jake Ferguson, George Kittle, and Travis Kelce combined for 200 receiving yards.
No. They haven't been. They haven't really been great this year. Kelsey looks old.
Kelsey is old.
Oh well, there you go. He's playing like he's about to go
He's
join his
old
brother.
and he's married to a woman that can't cook. That's why
But
he's
she can
old.
knit sweaters though.
She knits sweaters in her extra small white tee. Yo.
People don't get it because they're too young.
Right. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Rashee Rice, and CeeDee Lamb combined for 300 plus yards.
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see that one. Yeah, I could see that.
CD and Jackson Smith and Jigba both going to do that. Going to do most of that.
Mm. Well, I mean, yeah, you can just put a lot of that on JSN because he's been killing it.
Yeah. He going
They
to do
were
the
smart to
level.
move on from Metcalf. Although Metcalf's not doing half bad as himself, but that was probably the smart move. Let Njigba take over. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, I'd go with that one too. What?
They playing the Titans. He about to go to football.
Ooh. The biggest disappointment in the league. Well, not really, no, but a big ass disappointment nonetheless.
Listen, I don't expect anything from them, but they about to do some shit in the draft.
Could be.
About to be doing
I mean, the
something.
Jets got a bunch of first, 2 this year, 3 next year. You know they're gonna fuck it up, but still, don't mean. I mean, they got them. Don't mean they're gonna do the right thing with them. Some
All right.
Patriots, stupid. Ted McMillan, T. Higgins, and AJ Brown combined for 250.
No.
Take it.
You taking it? You
I'll
think
take
AJ going off this tonight?
I think if we get 75 out of AJ and 75 out of Chet, you can get because T. Higgins can get you.
Oh, Tetaroa. Oh, okay. Tetaroa.
Yeah.
McMillan and the Cleveland Panthers. Yeah. I get that. I get it.
Bowers, McBride, and Tyler Warren for 250.
No.
No. 200. Yeah, but 250, nah. So I don't know what to expect out of Tyler Warren.
That's a way.
Between McBride and Bowers, yeah, you could probably get close to 200. 150 at least. So Devontae, Jefferson, and Zay Flowers for 250. Yeah. I ain't putting none of that pressure on Zay Flowers either. That's all on Devontae and Jefferson. If they do what they do, it's going to be a challenge. I would take that right now, honestly. I would take that one right now if I could legally do that here. Rashee Rice, Jameson Williams, and Pittman for 250 plus. Did I lose you?
Oh no. I'm just saying no.
Oh, you chilling. I'm not on the screen. I'm on the DraftKings page.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm moving on because that's just silly. Damn, how many of these are there? Holy. Okay. It's almost over.
It's all right.
Amon Ra, Puka Nakua, and Emeka Ibuka took a mine for 300 plus yards.
Yeah.
Take that fucking deal.
Yeah.
Take that shit all day.
Hell
Dang.
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, 300 plus. Yeah. Yeah. That's a special. That one.
All three of them holding their own.
Yeah, I can't get into numbers or anything. Y'all know what they're capable of, and that's enough right there. Just take that chance. Shit. Patrick Mahomes, Brock Purdy, and Jared Goff combined for 900.
Nope.
Yeah, no, that don't seem likely to me. Nah.
Nope.
No, I wouldn't take that one. Gibbs, Bijan.
Bijan,
Bijan.
BJs.
Jameer Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, and Derrick Henry to combine for 300. Bruh.
I'll say yeah.
I'll say it's as obvious as the Amon-Ra, Puka, and Ibuka.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt. You take that one.
All they gotta do is get 100 apiece. I think
Yeah.
they'll do it. That's
Like
easy
this
money.
one, if these three receivers can hit 85 yards apiece, Kyron Williams, Christian McCaffrey, and Ashton Genty can combine for 250. That's a plus 400. If they can get 85 yards apiece, they get that. Do you believe it is as those three receivers 85 yards on the ground each? Absolutely.
I'll take it.
I'm taking it.
Genty got to play the Browns.
Right.
I mean, their defense is good, but they're going to be playing tired.
Well, here's a specialist says one of these receivers has a 30-yard touchdown or 30-yard reception. Jackson Smith or Justin Jefferson. Take either one. Take any of them. And they get a 30-yard plus.
Yep.
Which one you're taking? You're taking both? You're taking one? You're taking...
Both. I'll take both.
Fair enough.
You can take both. Can take the top off.
Jalen Hurts, Caleb Williams, and Lamar Jackson combined for 800 yards.
No. Caleb Williams going to be playing from his back.
Well, that's how he likes it. I'm sorry, I can't make those implications on the air.
Lamar and Jalen will probably get you about 200 apiece. Lamar can get you 300. Caleb, that team gives up on him.
They're not. He's solid. I mean, he's solid.
Yeah, but the players be giving up to him, and like if they playing from behind, they give up on him. And then once he has the ball too long, it's over.
His completion percentage is still, but he's all right. He's all right. I mean, there should still be sticking with the run first, either way. That's enough for me to say no. The fact that two of those teams, all three of these teams are run first offenses, so to speak.
All of them are.
No, yeah, I don't think they're going to get there. No, that's a no to me. And finally, Drake May, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson combined for 150 rushing yards.
No. They're not even going to be.
It's plus 550. I'd take the chance. But
that Lamar is going to give you 108.
Probably not.
That Lamar is going to give you 75 to 90 yards rushing?
Yeah. Well, even 60, 60, 60 would be plenty. 50, 50, 50 is really what it is. You can probably get more than 50 out of Jackson and May, but not necessarily out of Mahomes.
Mahomes will give you 20.
Oh.
He's going to give you 20. That's if he's healthy.
Well, that's Week 12's specials on DraftKings.
And then New England, are they playing in New England?
Shit, I left that page. Owns schedule. Come on. No, they're playing in Cincinnati.
Nope. May's not going to. Nope.
No. All right. So, is it time now to get to the Eagles?
We can try it again.
I mean, we're already an hour and a half into this shit. Hydrate or die. Open your mind. All right. So the Eagles going to Dallas this week. And that's how I'm going to open with that.
Eagles win.
The guy was talking crap, but who cares about Jalen Blue? As many people care about Jalen Blue as care about GQ and Boulevard's show. So,
right.
If it means anything. But What do you think? What do you mean? Where do we start with this?
I mean, I'm just gonna go in and say
Yeah.
this game, the Eagles are gonna the offense is gonna do something. This is gonna be a breakout game for them. They're gonna start performing.
Well, they need it. I'm say
Yeah,
that much.
they win. They get the win. They get the W.
Well, obviously, we gotta say they
And
get a W, or we're failing at our jobs. But I
I'd go
mean,
as far as say it's gonna be like a probably 2-score game.
hmm, they like, if you look at the numbers, the Cowboys have like a strong offense. They're capable of scoring points. They have great receivers, and their running game is solid. They're a lot better than their record states. But when you look at like the simple stats like points against and shit like that, you see that they just give up a buttload of points, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the way to lose when they're basically a tie away from being 500. They're 4-5-1, and their point differential is +3. So they haven't played great on either. I mean, they play great offensively, but they haven't played great defensively. And if they get ahead of the Eagles and the Eagles have to come back, that could be an issue.
It could be.
I mean, Eagles don't. I mean, the Cowboys are strong at home against the NFC East, as we spoke about earlier. But all these things, who knows? This could be like the Eagles could be in a bad spot. This could be like one of those trap games, as they put it. Like that's what it's screaming to me because the Cowboys they have the offense to get out to an early lead. Let's say, let's see, the Perkins, Pickens gets out on Adoree and
Dory.
beats him down the sideline for a touchdown, or beats him over middle, whatever.
Yeah,
Gets
I
an
agree.
early lead on him. And maybe they go up 10-0 on the Eagles, and it's in the second quarter, and we're still struggling with the way Patullo calls plays, and those early plays, those scripted plays, don't work like they do sometimes. So we fall behind. What do we do? What do we do? Even if the defense holds them, can we trust the offense the way it's played?
See that'll be the
For
problem. This
instance,
is
if
why
it's 21-0 at halftime or 21-3 at halftime, can we trust the team to come back? Where the Cowboys are dominant at home and Dak's been dominant against Philly, can we trust the Eagles now? Like that's where it's coming from for me because I mean we
this.
know we haven't seen their best,
Yeah, absolutely.
and the Cowboys defense being bad and the Eagles offense not being great, that's kind of washes out, and then you get the offense versus the Eagles even like Shaw. So how is this going to play out? You have like a dominant defense versus the dominant Eagles defense versus dominant Cowboys offense, and two subpar on the other side of that matchup.
So I would say to that, my argument to that is the Cowboys have a bad defense because their defense is just bad. Like they're just shitty. They have a
Because their
shitty.
corners are fucking trash.
Yeah, they have a shitty. The offense is shitty. However, but you look at the Eagles' offense. The offense is not shitty. They're just not performing. They're not shitty.
Exactly. And the
So
lack of
that
talent
means.
doesn't help. I mean,
So
just
my
the
argument is, if this is their breakout game, if they perform to where they should be, because if you say the Dallas Cowboys defense performing the way they should be, they're performing the way they should be.
mm-hmm.
Defense is performing the way they should be.
Yeah,
The Eagles offense is not performing the way they should be.
right.
If the Eagles offense performs the way they should be, Eagles take this game 100%.
Well, yeah, but that's the concern.
That's the concern.
You
So
don't see that enough consistently to know that to be sure that we're even going to get that coming out the gate.
yeah,
And
yeah,
if
and
we have to wait
that's
for
the
the
biggest
second
that's the
half,
biggest
then we're
issue.
going to be having to come back from behind, most likely.
So that's where the concern lies, and it's gonna keep us going into that twister of a situation where there's a certain somebody. I'm not going to say any names, but certain things need to be done and not be out there with 24 plays.
Huh.
48 if
I'm
you're
just
lucky.
saying, this screams trap game to me.
It
And I feel
does.
like the Eagles are in trouble unless that offense starts doing what that offense is capable of.
And that's it.
Otherwise, we might lose this game because that other side offense is going to get a few plays off.
Oh,
Like, they're
absolutely.
strong. We're hoping at best for a recap of last week because they're about the similar teams offensively. I mean, they're not. They're not. They're really not. But they're both strong offenses, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
So everything
And
cancels out. Both sides cancel out. The
that
Eagles
would be the
defense.
thought process, but
Yeah,
you don't
Eagles
know how that
defense.
goes.
So with that though, if the defense cancels out the Eagles offense and the Eagles subpar offense, if you get the subpar offense of the Eagles win this game.
Mm,
Because even at their shittiest, the Eagles can still give you some points. They can still put points on the board.
mm-hmm.
Not many. They'll keep it really, really close. If the defense, and that's where it comes back to like defense can win the game for us by just not letting the Dallas Cowboys offense do anything. I feel like Jalen
Mm.
Hurts in the offense will sneak something in, but it's one of those situations where I don't really want to put it on it. I don't. This is like the worst thing to do. You don't want to leave it to the defense. The Eagles, the offense has to wake up.
Right.
Somebody has
I
to
don't
go
think
in
you don't
there
want to
with.
rely on the defense because the Cowboys have a strong enough offense that they can get it through. They
Mhm.
can get through a couple times.
Yeah.
But considering the teams that they beat were beating teams that were not at their best either, that were not very good teams. They beat the Jets, they beat the Giants, they beat a injured Redskins team, and they beat the Raiders. So even from that angle, it's like, should we really worry? But it's an NFC East game. It's kind of a trap game, so
Yeah.
you can't not take your foot off the gas. You got to go in there and take this shit seriously
Oh yeah.
because they want blood.
And this
So
is where I say that Saquon has to. It's got to be a Saquon thing. And that Cowboy, I think this is where we see Saquon break out.
when we need them to,
It's got to be. We are gonna have to really be locked in this week. The Eagles got to be
Mhm.
locked in.
I will say this much: if we play like we're capable of, them receivers are about to have a feast.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun, AJ, Dotson, they're about to have a feast.
They're going to
That
lunch.
secondary is the drizzling shits. So they're going to have a field day out there. Jalen's actually throwing the ball with some damn confidence and not being weak, soft about it. I guess sketchy. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Hesitant to put the ball to really make challenging throws. Not be cautious about it at all is what I'm trying to say.
Do you think that's Jalen though? Because that's the question. That's where my question is. Like,
Yeah, it's that's why his interceptions are so damn low. It's because he's being cautious as hell with the ball. Sometimes he's holding on to it too long, which is also
okay,
proven to be a detriment because he's not taking off at the rate that he used to, or having the success on the ground like he used to. So he needs to get rid of the ball if he's just going to hold on to the ball
he can
and
run.
get the
So just run.
sack and not throw it away, waste it down, then he needs to take off and run, or we need to find some other strategy that works because that
I'm gonna go
throwing
ahead
the
and
ball
say
too
they need
long
to
is
open
not
the fucking
working.
offense up.
So I say use the receivers you got, make quicker decisions, just get rid of the ball. Maybe some damn slam, something over the middle more often.
Yes.
Maybe something that challenges the defense's intelligence that makes them second guess or adjust. Maybe that. Just be smarter this week. Play with
Open that
intention to
shit up.
actually get your players open, put them in the right position where you don't have to like basically call audibles mid in the middle of the damn play or before the snap. You don't have to change things because it's already there. Make the right damn play calls. Those the word. Well, I'm talking in circles to get to a damn point. What I'm trying to say is call better damn plays. Like I say every week, use some damn motion, use some screens, use some mesh. Do something different. Do something that everybody hasn't already seen you do this season. Because the little that you have done, everybody's got the damn film. So everybody knows what's coming. Especially if all you're running is like what they say, hitches, and basically they're 10 and outside the damn hashes, 10 yards of scrimmage outside the hashes. Too much of that. Get some over the middle. Challenge the damn middle of the damn secondary. Challenge the middle of that defense. Do something different. Stop running the ball through the middle gaps, the A gaps. Stop running the ball through there. Maybe run some outside. Maybe run some pitches. Maybe run some damn reverses. Something. Give us something different. Because if you're running what you've been running, they got you on film already. And don't do that. Like, do something different. Switch it up. Let's unleash this damn offense. Okay? Let's unleash this damn offense. Because there's too many weapons for you to be scoring. What did they score last week? 16 and 10 before that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's you got too many damn pieces out there to be doing that. You're spending too much damn money on that offense for that to be the result. This entirely doesn't make any damn sense.
Absolutely.
So maybe they go find some outside counsel or something, because what they've been running ain't been working. Switch it up. Do something different. Go look at the offenses that are actually succeeding. See what they're doing. Should have been incorporating stuff like that into the offense. Plays that work, because what you're doing ain't working. Okay? It's not working. So, do something different. Do something more creative. Be flexible. Okay? Because this week, these receivers should be open. Make sure they're fucking open. Make sure you're finding ways to get them to fuck open. Okay?
I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. This is Coach Dell. This is my Coach Dell. This is what the Eagles need to do. Open this first off. I don't know if y'all can see what I got here. I got my offense, and I got my defense.
I got one of those too.
I'm saying Eagles need to open it up. Force the Cowboys defense. Force them in the fucking cover two. Honestly. Force them in the cover two. They like it over there. Eberflus. They like it over there. So, you got a linebacker on Goddard, linebacker on Saquon. Spread it out. Force them to have that corner out, right? This is what you do. I love to do this. It's my favorite type of offense to run. Boom.
This motherfucker really sketching plays out. Oh, they're going to hate you so much.
Boom. All right, so I know this isn't a route. It's not a play, but this is what I've been trying to explain the whole time. Is what they got to do. I don't know if you can see it clear enough, but you gotta force. All right, so you got this linebacker on Dallas Goedert, your tight end. Linebacker on him. It's already a mismatch. Goddard's going to beat him every time. What you do is you got that outside receiver, go inside. Force this safety to make a move. Force this safety to decide whether or not he's going to go after Goddard on the outside or if he's going to take that outside receiver in. But then, if that's the case, if that safety chooses to chase Goddard out, you got that corner, that outside corner has to focus on that. Now, that linebacker that was on Goddard is now trailing behind Goddard, forcing that safety. So that safety is not going to catch up to Goddard in time. Linebacker is not going to catch up to Goddard on time. That corner is chasing after that outside receiver. You got a fucking it's like a misdirection. That's what you got to do. You got to force players to make a decision. This corner right here, these two, man to man right here if you have your slot and your outside receiver, make them do a play where they got to choose. They got to pick and choose which route they're going to focus on. Because at some point, that corner, this outside corner, and this nickel or dime guy, this nickel guy, they got to figure out whether they're going to chase after their receiver that they was on at first or if they're going to pick up their other man's guy. And at some point, they may not communicate that properly. This receiver out here is going to be wide open. Now, if you happen to do that, they happen to pay attention They have to actually pick up their man. You still got this receiver here. And there's no way, there's no possible way that they're going to make the right decision each time. Jalen Hurts has an arm. If he gets it in there quick enough, you're picking up yardage. They're not doing enough of that. They're not doing enough of misdirection plays, forcing the cornerbacks or the defenders to make a decision. They're just basically allowing the defender. This offense is allowing the defenders to just sit back and relax. I feel like the best thing to do against a weak secondary, a weak defense, is to do shit like that. Force these DBs to make a decision. Force the defense to have to chase after your receivers because the speed advantage is there. Force a corner to have to chase Devontae. Force a corner to have to chase Jahan. Force a corner to have to chase AJ Devontae Goddard. Force them to make a decision instead of just sitting back in a zone. Because the Eagles are losing to a zone. Force them to go man. They can't. You can't beat you can't beat those zones. You got to find a zone beater. All right, you got a zone beater, right? You got Dallas Goddard. You got Dallas Goddard in that zone. Do the same thing. Run some more seams. Let's see a seam route. Get them zone beaters out there. You know you got them. These players can beat the zone. You just got to give them the right route. Stop running hitches. Stop running hitches. They're playing zone on you. Stop running hitches. And that's basically where I'm at with it. Sorry if I had to bring that out of nowhere. I got to get some better markers because those markers are a bit too on the bright. The markers are a bit too light, so I got to get some better markers. But that's basically my thoughts on that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you get what I'm throwing out there, but the Cowboys they like to run they like to run that cover two. So beat that cover two. Either if they're going man, fucking force one of those guys to make a decision. They got to. They have to make a decision. That linebacker trailing is going to be trailing Goddard. He's not going to keep up with Goddard. I mean, I know it's Kenneth Murray, but he's not going to keep up with Goddard. He's going to trail. He's going to end up trailing Goddard because either you're going to have because Kenneth got Murray. He's their better pass. He's their better pass defending linebacker. But guess what? And you got Logan Wilson. Force one of those guys to guard Saquon. Force one of them to guard it. Because if you do that, you're forcing them to be in a position where they are going to be mismatched. It's a mismatch. Going to be a mismatch, and one of those guys wins every time. So that's my thought.
Mixed match challenge. No, it's mismatch.
Mismatch. So that's where my head is.
Okay.
I'm not a candidate for offensive coordinator anywhere.
Nor I, because I don't want to be.
I don't want to be either. I'm a position coach at best. Now we want to talk for your front office. I'm that. So I feel like we haven't decided on a winner for this game, and I feel like we're not going to be decided on a winner.
What do you mean? It's the Eagles. Who are you kidding?
Okay, so you're going Eagles. I'm going Eagles too. I'm heavily biased, so I'm heavily biased.
It's still like when you still look at the matchups, it still comes down to the Eagles. It comes down to the receivers.
Yeah,
on both sides of the ball. And I'm gonna put more confidence in the skills of the Eagles receivers and the matchups that'll come from that than I ever would the Cowboys, especially against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Hell, I believe Saquon's going to get 135 this game. Hell, I believe somebody's going to get 135 on the Eagles.
Somebody's going to break the hell out. Somebody's going to do some damage for us.
And the ball's going to be spread around, and Jalen's going to have a 70% completion percentage, and he's going to throw 3 touchdowns. So, that's my predictions. Eagles are going to win. I ain't got no doubt of that. I just think it's going to be more of a challenge than we want it to be, or people are expecting it to be, because the bigger picture says the Cowboys are actually on the upswing, as opposed to being, I mean, they're not going to be in any playoff contention or any shit like that, but when it comes to playing spoiler, they're capable of being the spoiler.
Yeah.
And if the Eagles ain't paying attention or they ain't on their game like they should be, they could get spoiled. That's the problem. So, as long as KP's on his shit, AJ shuts the fuck up and just plays and plays with his full capabilities instead of slacking, taking plays off and throwing tantrums. Then, especially with the way Devontae's played, we know Saquon's going to break out at any time. This could be that week. There's plenty of reasons to believe that. Plus, it's the Cowboys, and fuck the Cowboys it's the company motto.
Yeah, it's the reason why everything in here is green.
Yeah, there's a big ass eagle back there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Fuck the Eagles. I mean, fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Eagles. I know I said it. The Cowboys.
Was that a Freudian slip?
Protein and shake.
Okay. Yeah. You heard that? That's my dinner.
I had mine already. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Poutine, because I'm in Vermont and we do poutine up here.
I don't even know what that is.
All right, well, allow me to explain what poutine is. You take some fries. You take some cheese. You melt the fries, the cheese on the fries. Then you throw some gravy on it. Heat that shit up. Now you got some poutine.
You got some poutine.
Poutine, not poutine. Poutine is a whole other thing with a belt. No, that's pootie tang. Poutine is
pie.
$5 me love you long time.
Yes.
These are all different things. Poutine,
yes.
Poutine, and pootie tang. We're all three different things.
Yes.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around. I hope you guys have a great day. Let's get ready for Sunday.
Dip down the patata.
Saudade.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out to check out our show. We'll be back again soon with another episode for you to enjoy. On behalf of GQ and the interns, I'm Boulevard. Peace.